So I loved this book. I have another arc that I was able to read because my friend lent me an arc, so I'm filming this in February and I'm going to put it up in May, closer to the release date, so people don't forget about it or anything. So the book that I'm reviewing is When It's Real by Aaron Watt, and this comes out on May 30th, 2017, and I loved it, so I'm giving it 5 out of 5 stars. When It's Real is about a girl named Vaughn and a guy named Oakley. Vaughn is your regular 17-year-old girl who's just graduated from high school, who works at a restaurant to help support her family. And Oakley is your regular famous music icon. Oakley is trying really hard to get signed with a new producer because he wants a new sound and he thinks this guy can really help him out. But this guy thinks that Oakley is too immature and not ready to work with him, so his publicists decide to set him up with a normal girl to pose as his fake girlfriend for a year so that people think that he's getting serious in life and he's settling down and all that great stuff, and then hopefully the producer he wants to work with will then want to work with him because he can see that he's, you know, getting all more serious and stuff in life. So Vaughn is the girl that they hire to be his pretend girlfriend. So Vaughn, of course, jumps at the opportunity, not because she loves Oakley. She used to when she was younger, but, you know, he's just like a singer guy. But she jumps at the opportunity because it pays a lot of money. And then, of course, at some point throughout the story, one of the characters or both of the characters start to get actual feelings for the other person. I'm not going to tell you who it was, if it was one of them, or both of them, or who got them first, or anything like that, but that's the thing that happens, obviously. And it was amazing! So I picked this book up just mostly because I thought it sounded really cute, and I thought it would be fun, and I thought it would put me in a good mood, which it did. It was all of those things. But it was also more than those things. It wasn't just cute, and it wasn't just fun. It was, first of all, it was funny. I laughed out loud a lot in it. I also thought it was really well done. It's dual point of view, so you get chapters from Vaughn's point of view, and you get chapters from Oak's point of view, and I really liked them. I thought that their voices were really distinct, and I thought they were really natural and really realistic. The other thing that I really liked about the story is that it's not your, like, typical YA story because the characters are not in high school in it, which I really liked. Vaughn is still 17, so she's still, you know, young enough to be in high school. But she's not, and Oakley is 19, so there's none of that, like, high school teeny bopper stuff that's going on in it, which I really enjoyed and really appreciated, because I really like YA books because most of the time the stories are a lot more interesting and they're a lot more fun, but I don't like the fact that I'm reading about people in high school. So I really liked that these people were not in high school and that they had a little bit more mature kind of stuff that they talked about, and everything they talked about certain things in their actual life, which I'm not saying YA books don't have mature stuff that they talk about, but I just felt like it seemed really natural, and I really liked that they weren't in high school. They also talked very casually about sex in it, and about other sexual activities that I also appreciated, just for the fact that most of the time in YA books they kiss and then they have sex. And they don't do or talk about any of the things that usually happen in between. So this had some in-between stuff. And what I liked about it too was also the way that it was handled and the way they spoke about it and stuff like that. I thought it was well done. It wasn't like over the top or raunchy or anything like that. It was just... was. It was also the way that it was thrown in and the way that it was talked about I felt like was very natural, and some of it was even funny, so that was good. I also loved Oakley. He was fabulous. I loved, especially reading from his point of view, I loved his inner thoughts. They were fabulous. I loved both of their inner thoughts. I thought they were both really well done, but Oakley's were just like heart-melting. I loved Oakley. Did I mention I loved Oakley? I really enjoyed the way their relationship progressed, and I also really liked all the, like, star stuff aspect of it, like about him being followed by the paparazzi, and the fact that he didn't control his Instagram or his Twitter or anything, and he didn't even have the passwords for them. It was like his publicist, his PR team and everything who did all that, and that even at first when they were staging Oakley and Vaughn getting together, it was supposed to happen over Twitter, and they were supposed to flirt on Twitter, but she was flirting with Oakley's publicist, and she knew it wasn't actually Oakley on Twitter, and she was like, this is ridiculous. Everyone's like freaking out about me flirting with Oakley Ford on Twitter, and it's not actually him, and I can't say anything about it, and it was just funny. And those aspects about it I really enjoyed. I also just really liked the relationships that everyone had with each other in the stories, and the way that they progressed throughout the book. It was just a very easy to read quickly. I read this in less than 3 days. It was just very easy to just sit down and just read it without even really thinking about the fact that you're reading a book. So this was very good. I loved it. I mean, I guess it's mostly like a cutesy YA love story, but I feel like there's a little bit more to it than that. I love cutesy YA love stories, but this just had a little bit more to it that just made me really, like, fall in love with it. It was wonderful, and I recommend it to anyone who likes realistic YA books, especially if they like more mature realistic YA books. I mean, I don't think I would recommend this to a 12-year-old, but like 16 and higher probably would be fine to read it. So yes, I absolutely love this book. I can't wait till it comes out because I'm going to buy an actual real copy for myself to go on my shelf because I want this book in my life.